Hello, Chef Andrew here to teach you how to make étouffée from the Cajun region down in Louisiana. Our ingredients for today, we're going to have half a cup of butter, a half a cup of flour, quarter cup of oil, 2 white onions chopped finely, small diced, 2 medium-sized bell peppers, small diced as well, 4 celery ribs, small diced, 4 cloves of garlic, chopped, half a teaspoon of dried thyme or 4 fresh thyme sprigs, 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, a quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper or ground red pepper, 4 cups of chicken stock or vegetable stock, depending if you're making a vegetarian or a protein-based étouffée. Along with this, you're going to need 2 cups of cream, which I left in the fridge for now. That's an added finisher at the end of the dish making. And then you're also going to need some rice to put in or put over the étouffée, because étouffée actually means to smother. Along with that, for your proteins, if you're going to be doing a protein, you're going to need 3 pounds of any type of protein: chicken, smoked andouille sausage, shrimp, crawfish. And I really love crawfish. It was hard to find, but I went ahead and grabbed 1 pound of chicken breast. I diced and sauteed it off already, and 1.5 pounds of andouille sausage, spicy, because I do like spicy, and étouffée is made to push the limits of red pepper spice. So now that I have my mise en place all together, ready to go, we're going to go ahead and start the cooking process. Alright, to start off with the dish, we're going to make a roux. So we're going to add our butter into the pan, along with our quarter cup of oil. Please measure, I'm going to eyeball this. And our flour. In order to make a roux, you need a flour or a starch and fat. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the butter melted. The flour is going to mix homogeneously with the fat. And then we're going to cook the flour mixture, the roux mixture, for roughly 15 to 20 minutes, because we want a nice dark caramel color. This helps color and flavor our étouffée as we work on the dish. Alright, so I will come back as soon as our flour, our roux, has become a dark caramel color. Alright, I'm about 10 minutes into cooking the roux. I've been cooking it on medium heat for about 10 minutes now. I've been making sure I'm scraping the sides and the bottom. As you can see, it's a little bit darker. We got a light caramel color now. So I'm assuming we are good to go for another 10 minutes or so. So I will be back as soon as it turns a dark caramel color. Alright, it's been about 17 minutes. I'm at a dark caramel color. It's not a very thick roux at the moment because of the way it's been cooking. It should almost look like a dark peanut butter. There should be a little foaming going on with the bubbles in the flour reacting to the heat. This is completely normal. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our vegetables. We're going to toss in our onion, our bell pepper, and our celery. Along with our garlic, And we are going to cook this until the vegetables are soft and starting to become translucent. The flour and the oil will coat the vegetables. This will help disperse the flour throughout the sauce when we add the stock. And we're going to move this heat up to about medium high. And again, we are just going to cook the vegetables until they become soft. We don't want really caramelization of the vegetables, so please watch your heat. And I'll be back when these vegetables are soft. Alright, it's been about 8 minutes. The vegetables are nice and soft. The roux has darkened a little bit more, which is perfect. This is what we want. At this point, we're going to go ahead and add in our spices and our flavorings. So my thyme and bay leaf, my cayenne pepper, and then my Worcestershire. We're going to give this a good stir. Make sure all the seasonings get mixed up really well. Again, I haven't salted this because we are going to be using a chicken stock, so I don't want to over salt it. I'll wait to salt it near the end of the cooking process, when I'm sure all flavors have melded perfect. Alright, I'm going to change my utensil over now to a whisk. We are going to be pouring in our stock very slowly, and as we're drizzling it in, we're going to whisk in order for the roux to incorporate properly throughout the entire liquid. This will help thicken our sauce. I'll pour about a cup in first and give this a good mix and whisk. You'll notice the liquid will begin thickening up into a paste almost. Go ahead and add another cup. Alright, at this point I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of it. Alright, at this point it should look almost like a soup. Not as thick as a stew. Just going to whisk it a little bit here. Make sure we got all of that flour incorporated. At this point it should smell really good. That Worcestershire is very good at making any kind of dish aromatic. Alright, from here I'm going to go ahead and add in our protein, or meat, so my chicken and andouille sausage, along with all the drippings. Give this a good mix. Alright, it's looking good, but we're not quite done. What I'm going to do is you're going to put a lid on this. You're going to reduce it down to a low-medium heat. If you have an electric oven or stovetop, it'll be setting 2, just above a simmer. And we're going to bring this to a simmer, and we're going to cook it for 1 hour. This is important. This allows all the flavors to develop, and meld with each other and improve upon each other. It also allows us to cook the flour properly. I know we did a quick roux and we cooked it for about 20 minutes, but we got to make sure that that flour taste goes away. If you just eat this now, even though it looks done, you're going to get a flour taste. The cooking process is going to remove that flour taste. And then you'll get more of the heat and the chicken and the andouille or whatever protein you're using, along with all the peppers, onions, and celery. Alright, so in about an hour, I'll come back to this and we'll finish it off. Alright, it's been about an hour and 15 minutes. I've let this simmer. All the flavors are melded. The flour taste is gone. So the last step we need to do to finish this is to add our 2 cups of heavy cream. I have that right here. You want to bring it to about room temperature. A little colder is fine. You're going to take your whisk and you're actually going to whisk this in very slowly and gently as it's still simmering. We don't want the cream to curdle, so we're going to take this slow. And at this point your sauce will start lightening up. This is fine. Alright, now that all the cream has been incorporated, I'm going to put the lid back on this. I'm going to bring it up to just above simmering for another 5 more minutes, and then I'll be back and teach you how to plate this. Alright, let's cook for another 5 minutes. Checking the consistency and the flavor. Flavor is really good. Consistency is really good. Remember, we're looking for that nappe look from when we come for sauces, and we have that. Alright, so let's go ahead and teach you how to plate étouffée. Alright, so now we're going to teach you how to plate this. We're going to do a timbale method with the rice. So you're going to take a container. Timbale means little drum or a little kettle drum. And we're going to take some rice and we're going to put it in your little container and we're going to mold the rice a little bit. So give it a nice good tap down. This is just plain white rice. No seasonings. All your seasonings, all your flavors should be in the sauce. So after you got a nice tight rice there, I'm going to put that down. Give it a nice little tap. And it should come right out. It should hold its shape too. And then we're going to take the étouffée, the sauce, and we're going to smother your plate. Make sure you get vegetables and meat. Alright, get your towel, clean off your edges. You know, we want clean look. And then you can finish this with some fresh herbs. Parsley works, green chives, you know, however you want to do this. Okay, serve it with some hush puppies, and then you're all good to go. Enjoy your étouffée.